Our trip to the Baltic countries is coming to an end. However, we've got a couple days left on the Dalmatian coast to more thoroughly explore Split and area and get some great food, hopefully. We just arrived back in Split after driving up from Dubrovnik over a few-hour period. So apparently if you rub the toe of this statue of a poet, it's good luck. So Wanda's going to get her good luck.
You'll write a word of any poem.
I don't know if you have to wish for something or whatever. But the toe is very shiny, so lots of people have been rubbing it.
If you pull a thorn out, he'll save you in a boxing match.
You know, this does remind me of this statue of soccer player Cristiano Ronaldo that we saw in Madeira, Portugal. Except it wasn't his toe that people were rubbing. Going back into Split. Back into Diocletian Palace here. Here comes a wedding party.
They must be having the party up there.
There's the bride and groom.
Thought it was a wedding party, guys.
Don't think we've been down here before. Oh, we did? These vaulted ceilings.
You want to go up this way?
Sure.
It's a mosaic.
Right. So again, this is the oldest item in Diocletian Palace, which itself was about 400 AD, but this was a gift to Diocletian from ancient Egypt, so it's much, much older. Temple of Jupiter is supposed to be over here somewhere. So this is much older than Dubrovnik, and it feels a lot older than Dubrovnik.
Restaurant Cadena, 4.6. Which is nearby. Just a second.
And here's a Sphinx without a head.
Here, let's go.
So I think we're going for a bit of a splurge meal here at Sug in Split. It's actually a Michelin rated, not Michelin starred, but Michelin Guide Restaurant. The wine is excellent, but again, served too cold. Wanda's trying to take the label off for some reason. We've ordered a lot of food. They do have a tasting menu as well. We're not doing that. It's a bit on the pricey side. Unless Brian's paying, then we'll do the tasting menu.
We've already ordered.
We've got a lot of food coming. Show everyone what a big mess you're making over here at a 5-star restaurant. And why are we doing this?
To put in my memory book.
I see.
My journal. of our trip.
I thought
If we ever come back, we'll know what the wine is to order.
I thought that the videos are chronicling our trip.
Dry red olives. It's homemade prawns pate with Venetian space inside. On the top is sirloin. And combination goat cheese and sheep cheese with the homemade marmalade. This one is dry grapes and this one is orange. Okay? And I'm bringing homemade bread.
Thank you. Wow.
Swordfish carpaccio. The cheeses are amazing.
There's 3 types. One was an aged cheddar, one was a Gouda, and I can't remember what the third one was. And of course they've been paired with 2 types of marmalades. One is like a berry mixture, and I can't remember what the second one was. And then we've also ordered the game pate, which is very light. I still say it's full flavored. It's delicious.
Yeah. On the fresh bread. We got another bottle of wine. We asked for it, not chilled. We had to repeat it many times. And the man, I think, thought we were insane for ordering red wine that is not chilled. Do we know what kind of fish it is?
The
Sea bass, right? Sea bass. Looks good.
Dig in, because you have to debone that sucker.
Yeah, it's going to take you a while.
You got the fish, the good stuff out of the head.
You'd think the fish would look happier knowing that he's going to a Michelin Guide Restaurant. But he looks pretty sad, actually.
This tenderloin is like
This is really good.
2.5, 3 inches thick. Like it's crazy how thick this is. It comes with a pumpkin puree and some potatoes on the side, and it looks like this is either an onion or a turnip. Maybe I'm gonna have to taste it to try. But this is insanely huge. This is a meal for a family.
No, you can eat it.
No, well maybe. We got a second bottle of wine, so maybe I will.
You got lots of time.
I'm going to be here for a while drinking this wine.
Okay, so the boys are meal sharing. I think they're on their first date. They're gonna taste each other's meal. Let's see if they'll feed each other too. Come on, guys, play with me. So Mike here.
Steak, which is from Argentina, apparently, I'm told. They actually didn't ask me how I wanted this, but
I was just thinking that
they just
too.
automatically made it medium rare, which is fine for this quality.
What's the pumpkin puree like? Because it looks very
It
good.
is very good. The steak is very good. It's different. Yeah, no complaints about the steak for sure.
Okay, and how is your fish, Brian?
It's a sea bass. It's very good.
Sea bass. You tasted it?
Yeah, yeah.
And that's served with a potato and Swiss chard, which is very common here. Excellent. Okay. Oh, here we go. Now we're going to share.
That's right. It's really nice. This is the best fish.
Excellent. Okay. Oh my.
Is it like a
It's
meringue?
like man overload.
Is it a meringue? Is that
No,
a,
it's like
is that, looks like it's a meringue on the top. He said egg.
oh my god, you guys are not going to like it at all.
I can't believe any of us are still eating, frankly, but whatever. Not ideal conditions for filming, but I would say that Sug was definitely the best meal of the trip and is highly recommended. So we're just coming into Klis Fortress, which is just outside of Split in the town of Klis. Beautiful views over the city from here. I don't know anything about the fortress, but we're going to go check it out up on top of the hill. You do have a very short walk to get up here from the parking lot. It's €10 per person to get into this fortress. We just have some time to kill. We had to check out for 10 a.m. and our flight is not until this evening, so we've got a whole day to try to fill it with activities so that we're not too bored.
Jazz hands. So should I take a survey? Do I let these folks out or let the guys stay?
Vote yes.
I don't know. Performance with jazz hands. Come on. Who performs better?
Let's go.
So apparently this fortress here, Klis, was also used in Game of Thrones, and it was Daenerys' his castle with the dragons up here on the hill. It's a cool castle. Needs a dragon though.
Or two.
3. I think she had 3. I'm not sure. Worth coming up to Klis Fortress if you're in Split. Come up and spend an hour or two. You don't necessarily have to take a tour. Just catch a taxi or Uber if you don't have a rental car. And it's just a short drive out of town. Nice little fortress, especially if you're a Game of Thrones fan. Not too many people here today. It's a Sunday morning, but we are way off season. Might get busy here, I'm not sure.
We are having a late lunch because we are going to start our route home. Our departure starts tonight. And so we were looking for a specific restaurant that is closed. It is Sunday here today, and many places are closed on Sunday. And tomorrow is I don't want to say a national holiday, but I think it's a national holiday, so everything will be closed again tomorrow. So in our little journey of trying to find something to eat, we've asked for a few recommendations, and this was one, and it's called Bokeria, where I've ordered a beef dish, Mike has ordered a lamb dish, we've ordered 2 glasses of red wine, our host here has recommended 2, so we thought, okay, well, we'll get 1 of each so we can try. And now we're just waiting for our food to come, and we'll fill you in on the details when it arrives.
Bokeria. It's a nice place up a side street. You have to look for it. You have to ask people where it is. What did you get?
So I got their can't remember what it's called, but it's a steak.
Angus beef or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, Angus mignon.
That's
It comes
good.
with a coleslaw and then a mashed potato with, of course, the au jus. And this is lunch, I might add, not dinner.
Yeah, well, I don't think that's a different menu, is it, for dinner?
Yeah, this is huge. And you've got your lamb.
And I got
shank.
lamb shank, which also looks amazing. But yeah, certainly this would be suitable for dinner.
This is very Games of Thrones portions here.
Medieval times.
Yes, I think so.
Medieval
especially
times
yours.
dinners.
Okay, bon appetit.
Bokeria. Excellent restaurant. What'd you say about lunch?
Very, very good. Probably in the top 3 meals that we've had here, and all of the restaurants and meals that we've had to eat.
In all the Baltic countries? I definitely think Sug was probably the best.
Well, Sug was a Michelin star.
Well, it was Michelin
Recommended.
Guide. It was Michelin Guide.
Yeah.
This is not. It probably should be.
Yes. they
Michelin
definitely
Guide.
have Edge on service.
But the food too was amazing. I would say this was second, maybe. I don't know what you would call third.
Our impromptu meal that we had in Havar.
The Havar charcuterie board. Yes, that was good too.
Yes. And then what made that one so special was it was literally, we were looking for something to eat, but most places were closed because of the off-season. And we just saw a chef in his restaurant kind of prepping. And we're like, oh, are you open for lunch? He's like, well, no. But then you could tell we were like starving tourists. So he's like, I can put you together, but you have to be gone by 1 because I have a private party coming in. And we're like, that is not going to be a problem. And he put together the most amazing meal.
Yeah.
And it was definitely one of the highlights of this entire trip. The generosity and his hospitality was incredible.
Yeah, I would say those are the top 3 meals of the trip, all in Croatia. The food, though, throughout all three countries was really quite nice. So of all the three countries, which country would you come back to?
That one's hard for me to answer because I don't know enough about Montenegro to comment on that, but I do feel that for Croatia, we really only just scratched the surface. Many people had recommendations of places to go that we just couldn't fit in, so I do think there's probably a lot more here to see and do. Season, of course, makes a huge difference in regards to if you come here, as you've seen many videos online, people tend to come here in the peak season of summer, spring and summer, for the beaches and the water side of tourism, which we did not experience. And being off season, there's a lot of places that are closed. So that kind of plays into it in terms of there's so much more to see here, especially in a different season. Very much like Iceland, right? Different things to do in winter versus summer. But in terms of the quaint town and everything, without question, Mostar was very, very cool to see and go through.
In Bosnia.
And Bosnia, yeah. It's hard to say one over the other. They each offer something different. And again, because we're off season, there's some things we aren't able to do that we would like to do, and yeah, it's tough. What would you say?
So I would say, I think we've seen quite a lot of Croatia, but it's been amazing. Surprise of the trip, certainly Mostar, Bosnia, is being the quaintest city we went. But as far as a country that I'd like to go back and spend more time in, would definitely be Montenegro. We only saw a very small part of it on our day trip, and it's definitely the most mountainous and most scenic of the countries, and that's where I would go. Well, it's time to say farewell to Croatia. However, stick around because where we're going next is also very special. I'm not going to tell you where it is quite yet, but here's a little clue.